Hey there, ADDtv. I wonder if the ADD is a reference to the common acronym for attention deficit disorder. I wonder. Anyway, I'm going to make this video quick because I've been taking some medication that makes me a little nauseous. So, let's get this done and over with quickly. Shall we, chap? After all, we all have lives to lead. We can't be letting little silly people talking on video screens encumber all of our time now, shall we? Alright. Anyway, let me introduce myself. I'm the guy that runs that thing called the Sisyphus Media Array. It's my screen name, it's Sisyphus Orianus 9787. That's just for all intents and purposes I'll refer to myself as Sisyphus. I think it's an apt moniker. And on top of that, why the hell use real names? Because real names are boring. Right? Anyway. If you remember, we had a little brief private message conversation going on. It was a response. You responded to me pointing out that your video about transhumanism made a faulty reference to the concept of the Übermensch, the Overman, being a machination of Hitler's, and not the brainchild of Nietzsche's mind, which it was. And of course, you responded, "Oh, of course, ha ha ha, it was Nietzsche, it's my bad, of course." But I caught what you did with that. You can't change the topic with me, man. I'm not going to be one of these curmudgeons on YouTube that just barks up anybody's tree that has an opinion that differs with theirs. So before I go on any further, I'm not here to change your opinion, nor am I here to tell you why transhumanism is something you should hold near and dear to your heart. But I will give you some reasons for doing that after I'm done. Anyway, you'll see what I mean when I'm done with this video. Alright, buddy. Anyway, in your video, you basically attack the idea of transhumanism as this bizarre, this bizarre concept of essentially what sounds like to you, or at least what you imagine transhumanists to be, as a bunch of sci-files, that get off on looking at Borgs from Star Trek, like I said. Yeah. Transhumanism isn't about slipping a bunch of computer chips into your synapses so this way you can, fry out a computer with your mind, And it's certainly not one of those things where we can finally become RoboCop or Terminator. It's definitely not one of those things either. And lastly, it is not one of those things like, it's not like the Stepford Wives. I don't know. I'm not going to rattle off any more movie titles because who knows, maybe you have read everything about transhumanism. Maybe you have, and yet you've still come to this opinion. Regardless, I would have thought maybe if indeed you have read up on it in great detail, that you would have a different opinion. But you can't expect everyone to be convinced by the same set of evidence. Anyway, no, man. See, here's the thing. I haven't even gotten to it yet. Why am I even making this video? It's because I think you did something very dangerous, or at least have set up something that could in turn become very dangerous. And it's this. You have to remember, sir, you don't come off as a religious fundamentalist, nor do you come off as somebody who is a humanist, So basically, you present yourself as almost like one of us, a non-theistic, conscientious objector. That's bad in my opinion, because right now you have made a video that is already in full Chicken Little mode for something that I'm damn sure you don't even... Here. I'm just going to lay it out clean and simple. Alright? Like I said. Okay. Where am I going with this? It's this. By not being one of the obvious dissenters and becoming someone who should be somebody who agrees, but somebody who doesn't. And I say should agree only because it seems like you would be the type to agree, not because you simply should. I don't hold that with any of my beliefs, and I don't think I am the last person to superimpose my feelings, my beliefs, my ideas on others for the benefit of myself. I am not one of those types of people. But like I said, you can't. It's almost mind-boggling. Okay? Transhumanism is going to do some amazing things. It's really going to help us because, I don't know if you've probably been afforded the luxury of having a perfectly working body. Okay? Some of us in life haven't. Some of us were born with at least two parts of our body that don't work from birth. And because of a few people's, just because of a few people's religious beliefs and moral values, they don't like it and they don't even want to use it. Basically, what people like you represent are the humans that are afraid to leave this. You look at the body as a you. You're not looking at the body as the vehicle of your mind. You're looking at it as a component of your whole, of your personality. There's nothing wrong with that. In many ways, that should be how everyone looks at themselves. But when it comes to saving our ailing flesh, this attitude is dangerous. Okay? Nanotechnology alone, as the paintbrush for these new super technologies coming out, synthetic biology, robotics, cybernetics, biocybernetics, because there's disagreement within the scientific community of whether or how you should use the term cybernetic. In terms of talking about an organism that's part machine, part organic, or you're talking about real cybernetics. In other words, the study of systemic structuring and complete control feedback systems. That's what true cybernetics is. Anyway, what you need to do, sir, before you make any more half-assed videos like that one you just did, transhumanism, whatever, blah, 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 and all your New World Order freaky-deaky friends and so forth, all this hate-speaking chicken little freaking out here, I think you should do some good and by reading, if you feel like exerting the dollars and brain cells. It's a great book. Of course, it's backwards. Anyway, if you can read backwards or think hard enough, you can see the name of the book is called Designer Evolution, a Transhumanist Manifesto. And it's written by Simon Young. And, there have been plenty of other, publications in the past. I forget the name of the title. I forget the title of the book. But there was a certain book written by one Francis Fukuda, who laid out this very, very dystopian, negative picture for the future of transhumanism. And don't get me wrong, that's one thing I do want to point out is, of course, transhumanism could, if handled wrong, could be the most devastating thing in human history. Of course it could, absolutely, because it's the first time we're touching our genome like it's a set of instructions, and it's the first time we're moving flesh like blocks of steel. Okay? Trust me, I'm a writer. I have a whole entire book that I'm working on that revolves around the scenario of transhumanism being bad. Okay? Okay. So I think I'm done elaborating here, and it wasn't a short video after all, sorry, but I felt like I had to get all that out. Anyway, ADDtv, I think that it would really help your videos and your subscribership out if you actually did a lot more research into what you were talking about instead of simply recycling and refiltering your own held opinions and just rebroadcasting them out, so this way people can share your opinion and join up in opposition towards something that could very well save the human race from itself. I'm going to leave you on that. Have a nice day, and I hope you never make a dumbass video like that again. Peace.